Peace, peace, peace. Welcome to the Scrap and Roll MMA podcast. I'm your host, Sky. We got your host, Jace, in the building. CJ and Damien are not here. But y'all know, Jace and I have been rocking. We've been rocking. We've been holding it down. We've been having special guests come on. They're just super busy right now during the summertime, but they will be back up, as you can see. Jace is over here repping Man U.
Listen, it's the start of the Prem. It's the start of the Prem. Another season probably of heartache and pain being a United fan. But we're not here for that. We are here to talk MMA.
MMA? All right, yes. So let's get into it. Let's hop right into it. Your favorite segment?
My favorite segment?
Yes.
Are you ready? All right, here we go. Drum roll, please. All right, so for today's episode of Who's Done It Better, in one corner, we have the former welterweight champion Leon Edwards going against no other than the highlight, Justin Gaethje.
Ooh, that's different. What made you go with him?
You know what? I like it a little bit better when people are in different weight classes and they haven't fought each other, because then you can't use that as a measuring tape. So before you start looking, what does the top of your head tell you?
The top of my head tells me, just off initial thought, I will probably go with Kamaru Usman, Gunnar Nelson. I'm going to go with Justin Gaethje.
It's like, damn, that was like top of the head.
I know. I had to think about who Leon fought real fast. That would make me like rank him higher. But I off top, I'd go with Justin.
Copy that. Yeah, I think for me, I mean, how do you not go with the highlight? But let's look at numbers. So all I really try to do when I'm trying to figure out is kind of who's got the same record. You know, you don't want someone who's 18-0 putting their resume against someone who's 25-10. These line up a little bit. Boom. I don't try to dig any deeper into it just because I want to examine the list with y'all as well. Right. I think for me, off of rip, yeah, but Leon had that long ass one. I'm gonna go Leon off rip because I'm just thinking he's got that long ass win streak as well.
Yeah, but the names, you know.
Who are we going to examine first?
We're gonna take a look at the former champ. Something your boy could never do. Let's quickly take a look at Leon Rocky Edwards. He has 14 wins, 3 losses in the UFC, 3 by KO, 1 by sub, 10 by decision. Decision king.
Did remember his name just walk in?
Hey, that man's a champion. We always gonna remember it. Let's take a look at some of his wins inside of the UFC. Colby Covington, Kamaru Usman twice, Nate Diaz, RDA, Gunnar Nelson, Cowboy, Peter Sabata, Brian Barberena, Vicente Luque, Albert Terminov, Dominic Walters. And
then you start getting into the who?
Yeah, I mean, I've personally already gotten into the who's of the who's, but
Vicente is legit.
No, we know Vicente. Yeah. We're not gonna do that. But I mean, I don't know who Powell Pollack is.
It's my cousin, nigga.
I don't know who Seth Bakinski is.
My cousin too. And you should know this because your cousin is my cousin, nigga.
His name is my name too. His losses: Claudio Silva.
Who?
You know, Jace is really big on if I don't know who you lost to. Also down on the list, he lost to a Del Roy. Losing to a Del Roy is crazy. Delroy McDonald.
Hey, that's a nigga. You know, hey, ain't no shame in losing to a nigga. Stop playing.
Look, he lost by illegal knee. That does not surprise me. The biggest cheater in the game losing by an illegal knee. I'm gonna have to look at that fight.
Leon Edwards, cheater? What?
Kamaru Usman, and then of course Bilal Muhammad.
So how many wins in a row is that?
It was 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
12 wins in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Copy that. That's wild.
And then he lost to Bilal.
All right, so best wins would be?
Kamaru Usman.
Sending him to Narnia.
Yes. Definitely Kamaru.
Kobe, can we agree on Kobe?
Oh, I forgot he beat Kobe. Yeah. Kamaru, Kobe, and RDA.
Is RDA
a former
bigger
champ
than Nate?
Nate Diaz. They're not the same. They're not the same caliber of fighters.
Okay, I guess I know who we're going to talk about next week.
RDA is a former champion. Like, we're not going to put him in the same pedestal as Nate Diaz.
Just because you're a champ doesn't, like, do it for me.
It does for me.
No, it does not. How?
It does. Because you went through the fight. Everybody can't be a champ. Look at some of your favorite fighters cannot become champions. It says something to be able to become a champion.
Yeah, but sometimes just right place, right time. Like, is anyone really thinking, oh my God, like Andre Arlovsky is that dude?
Dustin Poirier has been in the right place, right time, enough times, and still has not become champion. I mean, what?
That's a fair point.
You know?
But still, there's other people who are champion. You're just like, really?
No, that's a fact. Let's take a look at Justin, the highlight Gaethje. If we can get that to come up. His current record's 25-5. He has 8 wins in the UFC, 5 losses. Oh, doesn't seem like it. 6 KOs, 2 decisions. Let's take a look at his wins. Dustin Poirier, Rafael Fiziev, Michael Chandler, Tony Ferguson.
Wait. You know, we forgot to talk about Leon's losses. So his bad losses. You don't have to bring it up. It's only 4.
Yeah. Well, you know, and I'm only going to look at the UFC personally. Bilal Muhammad. I mean.
It was a loss. And Kamaru.
It was a domination.
Stop
He sat there like a little pussy. Are you saying he wasn't dominated?
Stop it.
Are you saying he wasn't dominated? Are you saying that he didn't quit?
Listen, he was foggy to start off the fight and then turned it on in the 5th round.
No, he didn't. He got controlled except for 20 seconds.
He almost took his face off in the 5th round. What are you talking about?
20 seconds. He was on his back with his eyes closed.
Yo, that big ass Bilal nose.
Hey, doesn't matter, champ. He was running from him. He was ducking him. Then got power drove on his head.
Illegal. Could have been a point deduction.
No, it shouldn't, because he should have put his fucking hands down, idiot.
It is illegal to dump someone on the head.
Intentionally dump him on his head.
Yes, he did.
No, he did not.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't. He didn't put his hand down.
You're wild. To you. Listen, I know you love Bilal Muhammad, but let's be honest.
He won. He dominated him.
Stop it.
Do you want to talk about his losses? I mean, I don't really have much else to say.
No, I mean, losing to Usman, and that was right before Usman, or that was during Usman's tear. That's not a bad loss. And Bilal somehow squeezed by him. So, yeah.
Bilal did not squeeze by. He dominated that little boy. Had him in there fucking crying in his hometown.
He wasn't crying. He wasn't there for half the
fight. His coach is in there. Son, you're going to make me throw in the towel. Where are you?
When does his coach not do that? Serious question.
His coach started doing that because he's a pussy. He sits there like a dejected little boy. Let's take a look at Justin Gaethje's wins. Once again, Dustin Poirier, Rafael Fiziev, Michael Chandler, Tony Ferguson, Donald Cerrone, Edson Barbosa, James Vick, Michael Johnson, and those are his wins inside of the UFC. His losses, Eddie Alvarez, Dustin Poirier, Khabib, Charles Oliveira, and the blessed one, Max Holloway.
I feel like when he loses, he loses.
Yes.
like Leon Edwards lost. Justin Gaethje loses. Like, go big or go home.
Yeah. There's no in between.
No. All or nothing. So what are his 3 best wins then you would say? See if we can agree to these as well.
Dustin Poirier. For sure.
For sure.
His win, I'm going to go with Michael Johnson. At the time.
You think?
Yeah, I'm going to go with...
I don't like that.
And I'm going to go with Chandler.
You're fucking crazy. You're literally fucking crazy. Obviously, the best one on there is Tony Ferguson.
I can't do that to Tony. I'm trying to give
because that was real Tony, quotation marks. You know what I mean? Like that was Tony coming in there on a 10-9 fight win streak. Granted, Tony shouldn't have cut weight fucking twice in 2 weeks. 12 fight. Tony shouldn't have cut weight fucking twice in a week and a half. You know what I mean? But that, for me, his best win is Tony Ferguson.
I agree with you, but I refuse to give it because that's what killed Tony.
You know how I feel about Tony.
I know.
I don't even like saying his name. I will agree with you on Poirier, and then I will say, ooh.
And while you're thinking of that, the reason why I didn't give him Rafael Fiziev is because I didn't feel like he won that fight.
Same. So that's something that like we actually agree on. Something you're actually right about for once.
Brother.
I am your brother. Big brother, nigga. Stop playing.
I'm your big brother. Shout out to AA Ron.
Shout out to your boy AA Ron. All right. What are his worst losses?
His worst losses. For sure, that first Dustin Poirier fight. That was a bad, like, the thing is, like, when we're talking about bad losses, like, fuck it, I'm just gonna get him off. Eddie Alvarez, Dustin Poirier, and Max Holloway.
Just gonna get him off. Pause.
Pause. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Max Holloway, Dustin Poirier, and Eddie Alvarez. Eddie Alvarez and Dustin Poirier, the first fight, just because he was, like, he wilted. They were good fights, but he wilted in there. Now, of course, you can look at the Habib fight and the Charles Oliveira and him getting choked out, but, like, the way that he lost to Dustin and Eddie fights, like, he was in there until he wasn't, and then he just wilted. At that point, after he lost to Dustin, he said that if he lost his next fight, he was going to retire from MMA, period. Because he was like, I'm never losing 2 fights in a row. Like, that's not who I am. You got to think about it. Up until that point, he was 17-0 going into the Eddie Alvarez fight. I'm sorry, 18-0 going into the Eddie Alvarez fight, and then had lost to Dustin and them. So he had,
and real fast, shout out to the king of fucking the underground, Eddie Alvarez. I know you fucking casuals out there don't know. Eddie Alvarez was that dude for a long time. Long time.
Shout out to Conor McGregor.
That was the best Conor we've ever seen. Without question.
Long gone.
Who? Who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
Who the fuck is this guy? Shout out to my man Vinny. Me doing my Irish accent. So for me, worst losses is definitely Alvarez, because the first time he got put in there with the elite. It's got to be Khabib, because Khabib was like, yo, I'll do what I want to do with you. You know what I mean? And it's got to be the Blessed, because he literally face down, ass up.
I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, none of his losses are bad per se, but they're all brutal. They're all brutal fucking losses. They all like pretty much end with him unconscious. Like, you know what I mean? Whether he was getting knocked out or choked, like it's always him unconscious.
He's one step above Michael Chandler.
Perhaps.
Yeah. So, with that, who do we feel has the best resume between Leon Edwards and Justin the Highlight Gaethje?
So for me, after going over both of these under the microscope, if we're just talking about resume alone, and I add in the way that they were done, I got to go with Leon Rocky Edwards. He has a better resume than Justin Gaethje.
I can't give it to Leon. I have to give it to Justin because, like you said in previous episodes, how you win matters. Not just winning, but how you win matters. And who you win against matters. Leon has 10 decisions. 10 decisions. 3 KOs and 1 sub in the UFC. Like, he has been in some of, just boring fights. His own country wasn't excited to see him. They booed him on his own walkout. Like, and when I look at who he fought, after Nate Diaz, like Nate Diaz said, everybody that fights me then goes on to win to fight a championship. You know what I mean? It's really Nate Diaz, Kamaru Usman, Kobe Covington, and RDA. We'll put RDA up there.
You gotta throw RDA.
Champ. But before
no
that,
we're talking.
That was like Luque. This was in 2018. Like, I guess Luque. No, I'm just saying. Like, I'm not like his headstone. Like, the names on his headstone. They're good. Don't get me wrong, but like when I'm looking at your boy Justin Gaethje, I mean he's fought the biggest names in the UFC, so it's kind of like unfair to put him up against Leon because even though he lost to Max, like Max is still Max, Dustin Poirier, Michael Chandler, Khabib, Charles Oliveira, he got to fight those names, and he's exciting.
No one's saying he's not the highlight for a reason. But you know what? You're absolutely right. I'm glad you actually listened to the great one. It does matter how you win. And that is in the equation. But you know what else is a variable? How you fucking lose. And he loses in comical ways. Just meme city ways. But anyways, before we get off of this, one quick question. Mm-hmm. Which one was worse for head kick dead? Leon over Kamaru or Justin over Poirier?
By far, Leon Edwards. Not even close. Like, and they were both in they were both in Salt Lake City.
Don't fight in Salt Lake.
Leon being down with a minute left to go and just killing Kamaru Usman was brutal. Dustin Poirier came back and got a win after his knockout. And that head kick wasn't as clean. Kamaru's hands were nowhere to be found when he got kicked in the head. Like, Dustin's hands was still kind of up. Like, they kind of caught a little bit of it. But, ooh, yeah.
All right.
Shot dead.
Fair enough. That is the episode. Let's go into the meat and potatoes. We're finally here this week. We are finally here. Some African. Yeah?
No, I'm listening.
We got the African champ going against the Chinese champ. Let's go.
I cannot stand you. I'm so upset that CJ and Damien are not on the pod tonight because I need some backup to deal with this guy.
They don't want this smoke. I always put those boys to shame. This is a men's game.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. All right. Well, we're here. UFC 305 is in the building. Let's go. It's been quiet. I must say it's been quiet. For this fight to have started off with so much visceral hate and so much steam, for it all of a sudden to just be kind of just like, meh, to not even have that buzz is crazy to me right now.
Zero buzz. You think it's just because of the Olympics? Shout out to Team USA. No.
I think it's because Izzy's not on there going crazy.
What's up, nigga? What's up, bitch? It's my African brother here.
Yeah, Scott, my African brother.
Scott, that is one of my, I want to say, top 5 UFC moments ever.
Really?
As far top as 3? Just talking, top 5. Like, it's just talking. No fights, just talking. Because when he popped off, Scott, in the ring, I remember calling you and, like, I was screaming. I was at Buffalo Wild Wings, I remember. And everyone was screaming. Like, oh, my God, he really came in here and dropped M-bombs. Only for your boy Uncle Dana. Top 5 Uncle Dana moment ever. Maybe top 3. Uncle Dana moment ever. So what?
Who gives a shit? He's black.
Fair. That's so wild.
Who gives a shit? He's black.
Oh,
Who has a problem with it?
All right, so let's take a look at this card overall. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Shout out to the Six God.
It's all right. Like, the bottom is just filled with just some fill-in fighters.
Wait, stop. We got 2 guys named Song?
Where you see another Song at?
From China.
Oh, you mean Yadong. Yeah. Song Kenyan.
Yeah, that's not Song Yadong. Song Yadong is my dude. I fuck with that dude. Damn, they got Jesse Aguilar opening up the card. Damn, dog, damn.
Jesus. I do like Jack Jenkins. Jack Jenkins is always inside of exciting fights. I don't understand how Herbert Burns is still in the UFC. I feel like he's quit in his last 3 fights. Gilbert Burns' brother. Let me go back and look. He's lost his last 3. Okay, all in the second round. He hasn't won since 2020.
Hey.
And he was fighting an inbred. Look at this inbred's head.
Damn. Hey, sometimes it just pays to be on the team. You know, shout out to Bronny James. You feel me?
Nah, they got to get him the fuck up out of here. Like, once he loses this fight, he can't be on here anymore. Yeah, Jenkins is going to put it on him. And like I said, in the last 3 fights, like, he's literally quit. Yeah, I'm good off of that. Casey O'Neal's on the card.
Who cares?
Against Juana Santos.
Who cares?
I care. I like
Stop
Casey. Josh Kulabau. This dude, he's dope. He's always on the card. He always puts on a good show. I've Junior Tafa. That's gonna be a good. Oh, against your boy's brother, Johnny Walker.
Yeah,
he lost his debut. So Walter lost his debut and got motivated to lose weight. Your boy is cut now. He came in sloppy and big before. He's cut now. He's looking good.
I fuck with Junior Tafa just because of the porn stash.
He's lost a lot of weight too. No. I'm thinking of his brother, Justin.
Oh, yeah. Justin Tafa.
Remember he stepped in late notice?
For his brother and then got fucked up?
Yeah. You can't fight my brother.
Shout out to my sister. You gonna tell the story?
Quick. Yeah, I have to just because it's so funny. So the first fight I ever got into in my whole entire life, my first fight, I had to be, what would you like, 5?
You were about 7.
Okay. Yeah, I was about 7, almost 8. And we lived in the hood. Like the hood. Like one of the worst apartments to live in. We had just
projects.
Moved there. And Jace was arguing with some dude in the projects, right? And so me at the time, super protective, just a bad little kid. I come up to them as they're arguing, like, you can't talk to my brother like that. And he's like, shut up before I get my sister on you. I was like, get your sister. I don't care. So all of a sudden, here comes... all of a sudden, this little person, this midget, starts walking up to us. I'm like, what the hell is this? And she was like 13, 14, but she was a midget.
So it was almost like a fair fight.
Exactly. I'm half her age. And so we start scrapping. And then she ends up scratching my eye. And so they break it up. Right? And then like they take me home and my mom's like, what's going on? Blah, 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 blah. But the whole point of the story is my first fight was defending Jace, who did not need defending, but that was me. Like, you can't talk to my brother like that. So like my first fight was with a midget.
That's wild. That's just a wild story you can always fucking tell.
And I used to see her.
Really?
Yeah, after that. Like, once I was, like, in high school and stuff, yeah. But I think she got hit by a car.
Damn. Do you think, like, they didn't see her?
No, I know they didn't. Shout out to the hood ornaments.
Well, did she know it was you after that?
I don't think so. I never talked to her. I never was like,
you
hey.
should have been like, yo, catch this fade
run it
down,
back.
nigga.
Run
catch
it back.
Fade down. Well, Sky, you opened up. You was popping her. You know, because your brother tossed you, whop, whop, wop, and then she went for the, and she got your hair, and then she was like, and then you're like, and then I was like,
Yeah, I feel like I won. I mean, she got the scratch. It is what it is.
She got scratches, but you was actually throwing blows.
Pop, pop. Hey, shout out to growing up with brothers. You gotta throw
Big
hands.
buckets.
Yeah, you gotta throw hands.
Hey, shout out for Bay Vista becoming hood certified quick.
Yeah, like if you live in San Diego, they didn't change the name, they didn't change the paint, but the people still live there.
Everybody know Bay Vista. You get instant street cred. You tell a nigga you from Bay Vista.
Yeah,
like,
stay off Logan Avenue. Like, go somewhere else.
Bay Vista, Solola. Let's go.
All of that. Back to UFC 305. Let's take a look at the main card.
Oh, shit. He's back.
He's back. Hopefully he gets to wear a suit. You know? When's the last time we seen the Leech?
Against Cumshot, no?
No. Him versus D-Rod.
Oh, he got robbed.
He won.
He got robbed.
Yeah, I remember that. Well, that was when he wanted to wear the suit. Remember? That was that whole thing with the whole card. He hasn't fought since 22? Oh, my God. It's August of 24.
Oh, I think he had to do the military service, no? Some shit?
I don't know. But I know that it's been almost just shy of 2 years. So, the Leech is back. Let's go. Taking on Carlos Prates. I don't remember seeing him fight recently. But
looking like he was related to Oliveira.
Let me see. Okay, he fought Ratic. Oh, I do remember this fight. And I do remember him against Trevin Giles. Actually, I just did the Dana White Contender Series on ESPN. I just did that for this. So yeah. Check him out. He's good. All right, and then after that, we got your boy in his home country, Ty Bam Bam Tuivasa, taking on Jairzinho Rozenstruik, a.k.a. Biggie Boy. Them boys going to be banging up in there.
Let's bang, bro.
It's not going to decision.
Don't jinx it.
What is going to decision, potentially, is Mateus Gamrot taking on Dan Hooker. Oh, my God. I hate Gamrot. And then we have Kai Kara France taking on Steve Ercik, a.k.a. What's his real name? The guy from The Office? What's his real name?
Steve Carell.
Yeah, taking on Steve Carell. And then the main event, Dricus Du Plessis taking on Isreal Adesanya. I'm hyped. I'm ready. Yeah. I'm ready for the main card pretty much. Real quick before we get to the main event, because that's what we're here to really talk shit about. Let's get our picks for the main event. Starting off with the Leech versus Carlos. Who you got?
I'm rocking with the Leech. I fuck with him.
All right. I'm going with Carlos. CJ and Damien are also going with Carlos.
Oh, y'all niggas definitely about to lose.
Hey, I mean, the Leech needs a win. I hope so. Bam Bam taking on Jairzinho Rozenstruik. Drum roll. I feel like Jairzinho will get it done, but I'm going with Bam Bam in his hometown. I think he's on like a 3 or 4 fight losing streak. He needs it. He needs it. He ain't had a shoey in a minute. He needs it.
Oh, man. This nigga's about to take an L in front of his country, man. Let's go black on black crime. Let's go Jairzinho.
Dang.
What'd the boys get?
They also went with Biggie Boy. They went with Jairzinho.
Oh, fuck. Now I feel like I should go for Tuivasa. Shit. No, there's some losers.
Oh, gosh. Stop it. Mateus Gamrot, the man who can't get a title shot. He's the new Beneil Dariush at 155. Even when he was the backup fighter, they wouldn't even back up and give him the fight. That's crazy.
Listen, on a quick side note, why the fuck did Dan Hooker take this fight?
He just wanted to fight.
It's just such a bad matchup for him. That being said, I'm going Gamrot. Bet the house on the decision. Because, Hooker's not easy to sub. He's got a good sub defense. I got Gamrot.
And I feel like I'm going with Gamrot as well. CJ and Damien are also going with Gamrot. So all of us are going with Gamrot. Which is kind of a good, because last time we all went Arnold Allen, and Arnold got it done. And if this does go to decision, Gamrot has been getting away with just robberies on the decision. Like, this man is a decision merch who is able to just, I don't know how he's able to get away with some of these decisions that go his way. So if the fix isn't in, if they don't give Dan Hooker, the home region, he's from New Zealand, but that's the region, the rub, then, could be a tough night. Your boy, Kai Kara, taking on Steve Erceg. Steve Erceg, former title challenger, coming off that real close decision with Pantoja.
The champ. It's Pantoja's is that dude.
Nobody likes him. Nobody fucking likes him.
That's not true. I like him.
His own people. Yeah, that's what I said, except for you.
That's all that matters. I'm that nigga.
Okay. Who you going with?
Oh, I got Steve Carell. Steve Carell is gonna avoid Kai Kara shots early. The mystique around city kickboxing is gone. Steve Carell, and I got him subbing. Gets the finish.
And wouldn't you know, the rest of us, me, CJ, and Damien, are all going Steve.
Fuck!
You were so excited. Here you were like, yeah. Nah, Kai Kara's been out for a minute, coming off those concussions. And just in general, like, I just feel like Steve is that dude. Like, he's good. Kai Kara hasn't fought since June 3rd of 2023. We know he had those concussion-like symptoms. And that's when he had that split decision loss to Albazi, which I know people were up in arms about, but, like, it was a close fight. In my opinion, it was a close fight. I would have given it to Kai Kara, but I also didn't feel like Kai went inside there and took it. I didn't feel like it was, like, egregious or something. It was just a close fight, and that's how that shit gets scored.
Fair.
And then the main event.
Before we talk about the main event, can we just talk about how strange it is to have not a fight night, but a pay-per-view in Australia and not have Robert on the card, nor having Alex on the card? Like, when is the last time either of those cats have not been on the card in Australia? Fucking crazy.
Robert wasn't on it the last time they were in Australia when Volk got knocked out.
By who?
I'm sorry, when he got dominated by Islam Makhachev.
Silly.
Because of your boy pulling out. Because of Marvin pulling out. Yeah. This is the fight that, will really determine a lot for Isreal Adesanya.
Speak on it.
If Izzy loses this fight, what's really next for him? I don't see him being a challenger. He just turned 35 maybe 2 weeks ago. He still has enough in his tank. It's not that he can't. He's very young as far as, like, he hasn't taken a whole bunch of damage. His style, 35, he hasn't taken a whole bunch of damage, though. He's not like that fighter that's in there getting popped and beat up on, you know what I mean? Like, he could keep going. He has a style that allows him to, like, really evade and not get hit much. But if he loses this fight, I mean, he's already pretty much beat everybody still in the top. Let's see who he's beaten already inside of that division. He's beaten Rob Nasruddin. I didn't realize that he had moved into the fourth, but he's beaten Jarrett. He's beaten Marvin, not Allen. He hasn't fought Allen yet. Paulo Costa, and that's it. Right? So now there's been a little bit of movement in there. So the only people that he hasn't fought is Imanov, Brendan Allen, Jack Hermanson. Oh, God. 185 is just fucking boring. It's 125 all over again. Just bigger dudes. But I just don't see him wanting to, like, go back and, like, go on, like, a 2-3 fight win streak to go back up to the title. And he's saying that he doesn't care about the title anymore. He's just coming for heads, which sound like to me like you just want to be inside of like exciting fights, money making fights.
Sounds like your boy Holland.
Except Holland will never be a champion.
I mean, I don't fuck with him, so I agreed. Cheers. Hell yeah.
I just don't know where he goes from this if he loses. And on top of that, just the energy behind the fight, right? Because we have this whole undertone of Africa and the statements that Dricus Du Plessis made. And
hold on. Before we start talking about that, let me ask you this. Going into the fight, and I know you're so fucking biased, like it's incredible, but if you can try for a split second not to be, going into this fight, do you feel like the mystique of Isreal Adesanya is gone?
I feel like the Mystique's been gone for a while.
Okay.
I feel like the Mystique was gone after Jan Blachowicz.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I don't feel like the Mystique was gone after that because everyone kind of just the built-in excuse, right? You're fighting someone who's bigger and then he lost, right? He didn't get beat up. He just got sat on for 5 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so so for me personally, I don't feel like the Mystique was gone there.
Yeah. I do. I
Fair.
feel like he stayed active and he was still winning, but I just felt like he had that close fight with Rob afterwards. I gave the nod. I gave the nod to Rob in that fight. I feel like Rob did just enough, but they went Izzy. I wasn't mad at it. It wasn't like, oh, this is egregious, but I felt like Rob did enough. And then after that, who else did he fight? He had fought somebody else. Marvin, I think, Jarrett. Like, there was no, Izzy is this guy. Like we knew that he was going to win, but like that feeling of just like him being like, how do we solve this puzzle?
See, I like Izzy. I just feel like Izzy has, and for the most part of his career, has just been overrated.
Hot topic.
Is it though?
Yeah.
Is it though? Because people talk about him.
Overrated?
He's overrated. Talk about decisions, right? You're looking at that Cannonier decision, Rob decision, Marvin Midtori decision, Jan decision. He beat Costa, right? Romero decision. Mm-hmm. Like we got a lot of fucking decisions here.
Yeah.
So when I think of dominant people, I think people finishing people, whether that is on the mat or on the feet.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think that he's just a little bit overrated. Maybe a lot overrated. Y'all can take it as a hot take, but more importantly, take it as gospel.
All I know is that if he's overrated, then throw 185 away because he was running through all them boys easily. On easy mode. Until he met a problem, Sean Strickland. He has an unorthodox style.
Until he met Alex Pereira.
That's not how I feel about that fight. I feel like he legitimately lost to Sean Strickland. He got walked down. He was beating Alex Pereira the whole fight. That was a standing TKO that I never agree with. You already know how I feel about that. So Sean Strickland went inside there and did him. Period. I'm not taking anything away from Sean. But
Sean Strickland beat him the fuck up.
The first whatchamacallit fight, he was beating him the whole time. He was never down. He was still up. Didn't even stumble after the ref called it. Stop
playing.
The
ref saved his life. He was gonna die in there. He was gonna die that night.
If that's the case, then Alex is still asleep on the fucking ground.
Don't talk about the champ like that.
Yeah, the man who was asleep.
Who's the champ?
Sleep seizing?
Who's the champ?
Yeah.
Who's the champ?
Yeah, so I feel like his Mystique has been going for a while. Now, on to Dricus Du Plessis. The fans are quite upset with Dricus. They were on his side until he won the belt from off of Sean. And these Sean Strickland incels really feel like Dricus won that fight. How did you score that fight? I can't remember.
I scored it for Dricus 3-2.
Clear?
Very, very close, but clear.
And that's how I feel. I'm watching it, and I'm saying Dricus won. I don't like Dricus. I might be one of the biggest Dricus shit talkers on the internet. Trust me,
all he does is win. Call him DJ
He's a
Khaled.
gaslighter and a fucking schmuck.
Gaslighter?
Yeah, he's definitely a fucking... Because after he made those comments, he sat around and acted like, oh, I don't know why they're so upset. All I said was that I live and reside here. No, you didn't, you pussy-ass bitch. Fuck you. I can't stand
Did he say anything that was untrue?
Yeah, he said that he wanted to be the first real African champion. The word real does not mean living and residing.
Does he say anything that wasn't true?
Yes, he said he wanted to be the first real African champion.
He's born, raised, and lives in Africa.
That's not real. That's not what the word real means. Do you want me to Google it like I have to do for the idiots inside of the comments? You want to know what the word real means? Authentic.
He's authentically made. There.
So are you saying that Francis Ngannou wasn't authentically made in Africa?
When's the last time he lived in Africa?
He lives there now.
Since when?
His son lives there.
Does he not have a house in Vegas?
So? Are you saying that Francis Ngannou, the man who grew up in the sand mines, who lived in fucking Africa till he was 26, until he had to go and try to live inside of France, is not a real African?
He's African.
Okay, then. What are we talking about? There's no way you could be the first real African anything. Suck your mother.
Not everyone leaves their home continent.
And that's fine. Shout out to Max Holloway. But the point is that how would you feel if all of a sudden Max Holloway was like, yeah, I'm the first real Hawaiian champion because I lived and stayed in Hawaii. And BJ Penn did it in X, Y, and Z.
Well, that'd be inaccurate because BJ Penn always lived in Hawaii.
He's been sleeping in Hawaii too, but that's not what I'm saying. What
Stop
I'm saying
fucking playing.
That's Jace's guy. I'm just saying, like it makes no sense. Only Dricus has taken this angle, and then tried to backwalk it and turn it into I reside here. No, you said real after there were already 3. All you had to say was, I am going to be the next African champion. Period.
Isreal Adesanya said he's Chinese. Those are his words.
Okay.
So he's Chinese.
Okay, and he also said he's Nigerian. Those are his words, so he's Nigerian.
I don't know. Last time I heard him talk about he was Chinese.
Then you haven't been listening to him.
I kind of tune him out. It's kind of boring. I'm over his spiel.
Hey, at the end of the day, you see Nigeria right there. The boy was born there, period. Did not move until he was 9 years old. Y'all, and so was a 9-year-old supposed to be like, no, mom, I'm going to stay here?
No, obviously a 9-year-old doesn't have. But then you have someone as well who has never left.
And why didn't they leave? Because they grew up in fucking South Africa. After apartheid.
Africa.
Yeah.
Africa.
I didn't say that he wasn't African. He is African. However, he won't be the first real shit because Kamaru Usman was the first, Isreal Adesanya was the second, and Francis Ngannou was the third. He is the 4th African champion. Period. He just happens to reside there.
Never left. Never claimed another country as his own for a payday. So he's Chinese.
He didn't have to, did he? Growing up in South Africa, benefiting from apartheid, did he?
Did he benefit from it?
Yes.
Can he help where he's born? Can he help where he's born?
Anybody help where they're born?
No. So that's what I'm saying.
You still have benefits from it. You got benefits from it.
He's got
benefits from it. I never said he wasn't African. Why do you keep saying that? I never said he wasn't. You keep reiterating a point that I'm not disputing.
You talk about Israel, because he claims when it's convenient for him to be Nigerian.
Why would it be convenient? What does he get from claiming Nigeria? What does Nigeria do for him?
Cool storyline.
What storyline?
I'm from Nigeria.
And what does that do for him? How does that help his branding? It doesn't. It's not like Puma's like, oh, we want to sign you because you're from Nigeria. No.
That's what all these companies are doing now. How much now have you seen black kids in all commercials?
Then why didn't any of his Puma branding have anything to do with Nigeria? It had nothing to do with Nigeria. How was he benefiting from or gaining any kind of clout from being from fucking Nigeria?
Let's get to the picks.
I'm being dead ass. How does Nigeria make him a bigger star? It doesn't.
Nigeria is one of the most populated countries in Africa.
Don't care. That has nothing to do with Isreal Adesanya.
But he's Nigerian.
Are you taking Dricus, the South African, to win this fight?
Who did the other schmuck say?
All 3. You know who we went with. All 3 of us. All 3 of us went with Isreal Adesanya.
You're going with Izzy?
Yes.
That's crazy.
I know. I told you the other day that I was really close to calling the upset.
That was today. That was a few hours ago. That was literally a few hours ago. Were you actually close to picking DDP?
Yeah.
Why?
Because unorthodox styles, the people who just continue to win. See, now I'm talking myself back into DDP. The more that I think about it, the more that I start to get inside this moment where, it all starts to line up. Because I when I went with Bilal, I said the same thing. There are certain fighters where you keep watching them and you keep thinking that they're going to lose because they don't have a flashy style or they don't have it like something that really stands out about them. But they're putting it all together and somehow they just keep fucking winning. And you're like, how is this happening? That was Bilal. That's why I went with Bilal. That's how I feel about Dricus. His striking looks horrible. It looks terrible, but it's working for him and it has been working for him against elite fighters. Robert Whittaker, elite. Sean Strickland at this point, regardless of how his striking looks, is elite. And now he's going up against another elite striker. And his awkward style could be a problem. The thing is that I have to lean on the fact that Isreal Adesanya, from who I know him to be, is a sniper, right? Is to be on point. We've seen people try to take Izzy down. We've seen Marvin Vettori. We've seen Blonde Brunson. You know what I mean? We've seen them go inside there. And even to a certain point, Robert Whittaker, his height kind of made it a little bit harder for him. But we've seen them try to go inside there and take him down. Even Alex Pereira took him down. And Izzy was able to get up. Dricus is a big dude. I've seen Dricus several times in person. He is big. He's bigger than Marvin Vettori. Stop it. Just mass-wise, he's thicker, pause for real, than Alex. You know what I mean? He's not as tall, but he's a very solid man.
You sound like
and so that's why I think that he could be an issue just due to styles make fights.
Styles makes fights. That's actually the best thing you said in the past 10 minutes. Welcome back. Sit on that and rotate.
You're my bro.
I said sit on it. I didn't say flick your bean ill. So your final pick is?
My final pick is Izzy.
You betting with your head or your heart?
With my balls.
My balls are hot.
Mostly heart. Mostly heart. I can't go against Izzy for this specific fight.
You just don't want him to lose because you know he can't lose this fight?
And yes, that, and also Izzy is different when he's not champion. We've seen it more so recently with him against Alex. We've seen him against what's the fat dude's name that can't stop eating fucking burritos? Dude that keep fucking missing weight. Kelvin Gastelum.
Oh, okay. I was like, who?
On his roll up to championship, he was doing work. He was taking more risks. And I feel like he wants this. He wants this fight just as much as he wanted to beat Alex. If not a little bit more. Due to the history. And at this point,
I think he wanted this. I think he wanted the Alex fight more. Especially because he was already, before Alex beat the shit out of him the first time in the UFC, he was 0-2 against them already. So I think he wanted to fight more against Alex. I feel like this might be a little more personal for him, right? Or is it him just trying to hype himself up?
No. He's been talking about Dricus for over a year now. And he has a lot of animosity in his heart about this dude. Which could cloud his judgment.
Which could, listen, not everyone fights. Not everyone just performs well angry. So for me, being the phenomenal, fantastic human that I am, and me playing sports, I'm really into sports psychology. I love to piss people off. Because most people do not play well when they're angry.
You come on this podcast to piss me off every week.
Me?
Yeah, you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I just
go ahead.
Come out here and say what I got to say. So, that being said, everyone wants to know who's Jace taking. So this honestly is a really difficult one for me. I'm not going to cap. Because as you did state before, Izzy does, he needs this fight. He can't, he loses his fight. What's next for him? You know what I mean? That's a serious fucking problem. Whatever is next for him if he loses this fight. Because then all of a sudden you just go into being a title contender to be into a Nate Diaz campaigning for a
never Nate. Nate was never a champ.
It doesn't matter, but it's the same thing. At this point right now, all he's fighting is for names, opposed to fighting for champions.
And just to pause to jump in, because you did make that statement, the champ at 205 has been calling his name. He can walk into a fight at 205.
He'd have to fight people first.
No, he wouldn't.
Yes, he would.
Get close to the camera. He has Dana White. He does not have to fight another fight. He's done so much for that fucking company. Like I think I had sent you the other day. Where is it? He fought 16 fights in 5 years. And the last 24 months of that, the last 2 years of that, was him headlining and breaking record gates. He has Dana White privilege. Dana will not hesitate to do whatever the fuck he wants.
And I will agree with that statement. I will. So anyways, yeah, man. So it's like Izzy has to win this fight. You know what I mean? But DDP is a problem, dude. Like, DDP just walks through people with this awkward-ass style. You don't know when he's going to rush in and take you down. You know what I mean? Obviously, now getting his deviated septum fix helped his cardio a lot. He's not out there just being a fucking Darth Vader mouth breather anymore. So that's great. So I actually, oh man, but y'all know what it is, dude. Like, at the end of the day, there's two people who I really, really rock with at the middleweight. One is Sean Strickland, who absolutely decimated and destroyed Izzy. The other being DDP. And y'all three took fucking Izzy too? Shit. Y'all already know what time it is. Can't be on the bus with y'all.
You're really taking DDP?
Was there any doubt?
Yeah. I thought
Really?
you'd come to your senses.
Oh, no, dude. Listen, DDP is 100% gonna lose this fight. He's gonna lose this fight. I predicted this about 6 months ago. I'm going to stand 10 toes on what I said, which is styles makes fights. And I don't think that DDP has a style to beat Izzy, and it sucks because I'm going to be rooting for DDP. I hope he wins the fight. I hope he just takes fucking Izzy out the pasture. But that being said, when it's all said and done, when I'm going to the booth to put down my money, it's going to be Isreal Adesanya because styles make fights. As I predicted back in like February.
It's worth noting, leading up to Dricus versus Sean Strickland, Jace had been saying for months, Dricus, even before then, he had been saying, since Dricus beat Darren Till, Jace has been saying that Dricus was going to be champion and was going to beat Isreal Adesanya. After Dricus won the title against Strickland, Jace, I don't know what you saw in that fight, but you instantly came on the pod afterwards and was like, Isreal Adesanya is going to fuck him up. That's exactly, you switched, and I don't understand why. What about that Sean Strickland fight made you be like, oh, I don't think that he's going to be able to beat Izzy?
He kind of for me, reminded me of like a Paulo Costa. Super big guy, comes forward, you know what I mean? I'm just like, I don't think that's the style to beat Izzy. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like you're coming forward head up, like a bull.
Yeah.
Just running it down and pop, move away, pop, move away. Where like Sean, Sean does come 100, always comes forward, but he's leaned back the entire time.
Lean back.
Shout out to Fat Joe.
Yeah.
So yes, unfortunately, I think Izzy's going to win, but I will be rooting for DDP, and I hope that I'm wrong on that prediction.
So you went Izzy, Steve, Gamrot, Jorginho, right? And then the Leech.
The Leech.
So you're almost on par with us. You just wanted to be different with the Leech.
Am I that aligned with y'all?
Yeah, unless you want to change your Steve.
Fuck it. Switch it. Put me 10 toes down. Let's go DDP.
Oh my God!
Let's go
Are
DDP.
you sure? Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Dallas Diamond Page.
Let's go DDP. Fuck it.
I can't believe you did that.
Let's go DDP.
Just because.
Steamroll this nigga, please. I want to be on the right side of history.
It's worth noting you did this for the last 304, and that's what cost you because you wanted to just go against the grain.
It is what it is.
All right.
As your boy would say, since we haven't had any Max Holloway references.
Not this week. Oh, no, I did earlier because I said, when Max beat him. Just casually wearing a Max Holloway shirt. I'm excited to see what happens between this fight. Is there any possibility that Dricus could knock out Izzy?
Of course.
What's the percentage?
Well, shit, now that I picked him, might have to up the ante a little bit. I don't know a percentage. But
it's low for me.
Of course. Obviously, we've seen Izzy get knocked out before. It's not like it's something that can't be done.
Have you seen the shorts?
Yes.
Do you like them?
I really like DDP shorts. Izzy shorts do nothing for me. Limp dick on prom night.
They remind me of Raiden.
Okay. Copy that. I see it.
I don't understand the inspiration behind them. Hope maybe he'll tell us later.
You're the meaning of my life. You're my inspiration.
But with that, unless we have any hot takes or anything.
Yes, I have just a little fun hot take.
Let's go.
Or not even a hot take. Just a fun hypothetical.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think would win in a 2v1 fight?
Okay.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. The 2 is going to be Sugar Sean O'Malley and Umar Nurmagomedov going against Tom Aspinall. Who wins in a fight?
Tom.
No hesitation.
Tom.
Really?
Yeah. It's too big.
Pause.
Fast forward. He's too big for them boys.
You think so?
Umar's not shooting in and taking down Tom's big ass. Sean is not sniping him as he's coming in. He's too big. He's too long. I think he's like 6'4". His reach, he's too much. He's too much of a man.
So damn. I didn't know you were such a Tommy fan. So do you think that Dustin and Justin could beat up Tom Aspinall in a fight?
It's a little closer because that Dustin got they got that. Both of them got that dog in them. Dustin low key hood, but it's a little bit closer. I'd be more hesitant to want to go towards Dustin and Justin.
I think 2v1 Dustin and Justin gets Tom out of there.
Yeah, it's definitely possible.
Gets Tom out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just something that I was just thinking about real fast.
What about you?
What?
You think Dustin and Justin get it done?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. What about Sean and Umar?
I tend to say yeah.
Really? You think Sean and Umar get Tommy out of there?
Oh, man. They just couldn't get caught clean coming in.
Okay. What about Dustin and Justin versus Alex Pereira?
Alex killing them niggas, bro.
What?
Alex killing them niggas, bro.
So you think Tommy is going to take an L, but you think Alex is going to get the dub?
Alex killing them niggas. Did you hear me? Alex killing them niggas, bro. Killing them niggas.
Yeah, okay. Y'all comment down below who y'all think will win in the 2v1.
Then we got to ask him. Dustin and Justin against John Jones. All three will walk into a room. Who walks out?
Hey, I'm like Dana on this. John Jones walking out every time. That man's crazy.
You think John Jones walks out of that room?
I think John Jones locked the door.
Have you ever seen the movie A Bronx Tale?
Long time ago.
There's a scene in the bar with bikers, and they start getting crazy. And he's like, hey, man, I wish y'all would leave. And they was like, oh, we're not going nowhere. And then the Italian dude, I can't think of his name right now, the actor, he locks the door. He goes, now you can't leave. You got to watch it. It's a great scene. Now you can't leave. It's a brilliant scene. Any hoodles. Shout out to United.
Shout out to America. Let's show some patriotism. The Olympics was lit.
The only time we ever show patriotism is during the Olympics, and for me, the World Cup.
Facts. America went out there. We did our big one. The Olympics were great.
It's great.
The break dancer from Australia should be ashamed of herself.
No, she shouldn't.
Don't show your face.
Stop it. Yes, I want to see more of her.
No.
Listen, and I mean this in all fucking seriousness, right? 2024. You got famine. You got weird phenomenons. You got the people of Gaza suffering every day by a blockade. The people of Yemen suffering every day by a blockade. Then you have your own like little ecosystem of just work, stress, kids, family, whatever.
You got Trump faking an assassination.
If even for the reals, because no one has actually watched the entire fucking performance. No one, not one person.
No.
But when you get to watch these 10-second reels of her and the laughter that you get from it, like I am all for anything that collectively, like everyone sees this and everyone laughs. No one has seen this and not laughed. When have we been unified on laughter? Like, let's take that. Let's embrace that. That's a beautiful thing. I'm all about it.
All right.
She's great. The two biggest stories from the Olympics are her and the female boxer. Like those are
the one dude, stories. The Turkish dude.
Oh, the Turkish shooter?
Yeah.
Cotton Eye Joe?
Cotton
Eye Joe? What's all this material y'all got?
Real quick before we go. What sport do you think you would in the next 4 years for the next Olympic, what sport do you think that you could become proficient enough in to participate in the Olympics?
Bodybuilding.
Bodybuilding's not even in the Olympics, and I don't think so.
Okay, so actual sport that's actually already in the Olympics?
Yeah.
It'd have to be an individual sport because I can't rely on other people. I'm just saying I'm great. And I need other people to match my greatness. I'd probably say the 100 meters, but my back. I'm sorry, nigga. Did I say something funny?
This man said the 100 meters. Ooh.
I mean, if I don't win, I'll just have COVID.
He won the 100 meters, sir. Try again.
Sorry, 200 meters then.
Yeah. Okay,
if I don't win, I'll just have COVID.
Try that. Imagine having COVID and still coming in third in the world. That's amazing.
Amazing.
Shout out to Noah Lyles.
Amazing saying you had COVID and before you're running around the track getting everyone hyped when you should be conserving your energy.
So you're saying everyone else lied just for him?
I'm just saying, if you have COVID and it's really debilitating, why are you hyping up the crowd before you run?
They didn't say it was debilitating, but it was enough to hinder his performance.
Can I answer your question?
Please.
Okay, you ask. I would say surfing.
I say shooting.
Have you ever shot a gun before?
Yes, I am a gun owner.
Are you really?
Yes.
Wait. In your house right now, you have guns?
Yes.
That's crazy. You think you know your own fucking sibling?
We talked about this.
With me?
Yes.
That's wild.
I know how you feel about it, but yes, we've talked about this.
Bring it in. I know there is a perception of me of being a certain kind of way. The reality is I'm so left of the left, I'm left-handed. I hate guns. I would have a national gun ban today. Press the button. Guns are completely gone.
And with that, you guys, we are completely gone. Before the comments get crazy, we're out. Peace.
Peace.